So, okay, this is a SESNSploit. It's a weird name for the tool, but we kept it like this. Easy to read. No, it's not easy to read, but that's okay. Cool. So, basically, this tool was ideated by the Gaurav and HK. I'm just a replacement of them presenting it here. They were not able to make it. So, but yeah, I have a 5 year experience. I work, so I think you are in pretty not good hand, but not in either in the bad hand. So that's okay. We can work it out. I'm also learning. I will be learning from you guys. You will be learning from me. That's how it works. Nobody's perfect. That's how, and God bless you guys. After this presentation. Good. So just an overview. This is a tool which basically help in the exploitation of SNS and uh, SES service, right? So do you guys know about SNS and SES service? Right? Awesome. So those who don't know, it just basically, if you think about MQTT, there is a one message broker which is a topic where you push a message and there are a lot of people connected to that particular topic. So it's like somebody is announcing and you guys are hearing. So somebody told me that, okay, Arif, why not you announce that this is a not a lab, it's a demo. Okay, I will be announcing and you guys are listening. So you guys are the subscriber, I'm the topic. Perfect. That's how the SNS service work. So where it is used, it can be used in a lot of different ways. For example, let's say you want to trigger whenever there is a billing issue is a great issue in the AWS, right? So you want to set some limit and you want to trigger a mail based on if it crosses a certain limit. So when that particular thing message got pushed to that topic, and those who had subscribed it gonna get the mail that boss your limit is over. Now you have to see what you want to do. There are this is a different kind of architecture. One architecture is along like application to person. There could be application to application. For example, you want to trigger something based on something happened. For example, let's say there is a S3 bucket. When you push to that, you want to trigger another lambda function which will create a backup of that S3 bucket. That is also possible with SNS, right? uh, One major use case I would say that finding let's say you deleted some S3 buckets and you want to store that, right? Or you want to delete it from the route 53 as well, because subdomain takeover is again a big issue. So you can automate that with the SNS. You can do a lot of things, but yeah, that's how it is. So it's just a list of subscriber, a topic where you're gonna get the message. So basically we're gonna, with our tool, we're gonna do a little recon and we'll try to exploit them. So basically this tool will help us to simulate the attack. You don't have to go write the APIs, AWS APIs. I know it's very hard. Dash whatever, AWS STS. Oh my god, there are a lot of them. So we can just use this just to simplify. It's not a such a big tool. Anyone, you guys can make it, and I hope next year you guys will be presenting your own tool. Best of luck for that. But right now I am so sorry for that. Cool. So these are few modules which we're gonna do in our tool. So we're gonna check the active region. Okay, before that, why we made this tool? Because we have you guys use Pacu crawler, right? So Pacu crawler does not support right out the exploitation of SNS services. So if you look into them, they will just look for the active reason, and I think if there is a vulnerability, I mean policy misconfiguration, you can subscribe to that, but you cannot do further. So we wanted to do that. That's why we just created it to make it simplified. Awesome. So we're gonna do check active region, list SNS topic, list subscription, send message. You can create SNS topic, subscribe to that. We'll see in the demo. And don't worry about PPT, we'll put that into that GitHub page, so you're gonna get that. And I think you won't require but that's okay, we'll see. Okay, then there is another module, SES operation. I was trying to do the labs for this, but unfortunately it didn't work out because I have to verify the email and it's gonna take 72 hours. So I will not be able to demonstrate that, but you can go ahead and do that. All the Terraform scripts are on uh, the same GitHub repo, so you can get that, you can deploy, you can play around, and if you guys want we can create more scenarios and put it there as a Terraform script, and feel free to use it. Cool. So we talked about a lot of input. Let's see how the output looks of the tool. So this is the how the tool looks. We'll see in the demo as well, but just for sake that if tool doesn't work, I don't want you to so that's why I just put a photograph. But yeah, so that's how pretty the UI, not pretty, pretty much the UI, sorry, my bad. Cool. So let's see some demo. Let me. Okay, one thing, it does not exist with control C, so that's how we have built it. I mean the team has built it. You have to write 0 to exit. It's the it doesn't choose an option. Okay, yeah, if you try to do control C, it will try to exit the current process, it will not go outside of the tool. So this is the repo, I have downloaded it. There are a couple of Terraform scripts. This test sorry, my bad. Right here, test data infrastructure TF. So basically you have to deploy it if you want to play around it. This will just create few of the resources, SNS topic, subscriber topic, which will help you to look into it. So that's how it is. Now there are few requirements. Requirements. Oh, I cannot. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, so we are using these three libraries, Boto 3 for the AWS SDK, uh, Polyglyphate, uh, Colorama, and setup tools. Colorama is for the coloration and for that. So, I mean, and that's it pretty much. And to you just have to install that requirement file libraries, and we are all done. If you are guys using Mac and Brew, so I think you need to create an virtual environment, because now I don't know why there's an issue going on. You cannot do that, it's start conflicting with your Brew. So you have to make a virtual environment and then install this, and you're good to go. To run the file, just python 3 main.py, and here this will start. So I hope, okay, it's feasible, right guys? It's feasible. Awesome. So yeah, obviously I can see that. uh, so once you do that, it gonna ask you the profile. So either you have installed a default profile in your system or SNS. So probably when you see the in any cloud attack, it is known that you're gonna only do it once you get a compromise credentials, right? There are few services which you can do, like public listing public S3 and saying I mean unauthenticated S3, or the global S3 permission is there, right? So but yeah, for this particular thing we are assuming that you have a credential which has a particular permission for SNS subscribe and all. So right now I have configured one with SNS profile. So let's say you have 3 4 profile, it's gonna show you 1 2 3 with the name, and you can just select that and go ahead with that. So right now I have used one, done. So this is the list of everything which we can do. So we're gonna do one by one and see what we're gonna get with the tool. Cool. So first, yeah, cool. But we are clear with the SNS, right? SNS. What is the SNS is all about? The top, right? Awesome. So, okay. The very first thing is you want to see this particular services. running at what region. So we know there are multiple regions, and few regions does not support certain services. So the very first thing for any enumeration is to look into what are the regions your service is running. So again, just go in the first option. There are two options, A or B. uh, if you are looking on SNS, then go for A. If you are looking on SES, go for B. So right now we will be doing for A. So it gonna load, it gonna run, it gonna check all the regions where the service is active. So if you see, there is a error called credential are not valid. So we are just printing out the API response. We are trying to fix that. I don't think so. It will be either because of the region is disabled from the user, or the service is not available in that particular region. So, but we'll gonna fix that. We're gonna put a custom error, so that gonna help. But right now we got to know these many regions are active for this particular service. Cool, awesome. We get that. Now, okay, there's one more thing about this tool is it gonna save all this file in one of the file in the folder. I forgot that name, but yes, it does. So you do not have to copy paste. It will automatically save and append it. So we'll see how that helps. So it's gonna help when you're gonna list all the topics and everything. You don't have to write it and copy paste again and again. It will be all there. You just have to select numerical value which particular row, and it will do the job. Cool. So we'll go back here. So yes, if there's something doesn't work, we're gonna improvise, as I said. So this is the attack scenario, SNS topic hijacking. So basically, what we are saying here that let's say there is a misconfigured policy of SNS that it is allowing wildcard permission, right? Sorry, wildcard permission. So I hope you guys know about principles, right? Everyone, awesome. So principal is basically who is allowed to do or perform the action. Right now it's a star. That means anyone who has a AWS account can perform this action. Awesome. So with this particular lab lab demo, we're gonna hijack that particular topic and see are we able to subscribe it or not. So for example, let's say you got a credential of a company where they are pushing some cloud metadata, or maybe your cloud formation results, or maybe what is that, some logs to that particular sensitive log. So you subscribe to that, now you're gonna get that. So you may got to know that okay, there's a vulnerability, there is a S3 bucket which is public. So it again depend upon what is that topic about and what you can do that. So in cloud everything is all about context. You cannot do anything unless you have a context. Cool. So right now we are assuming that the credential which we have, the SNS, right, has SNS list topic, SNS get topic attribute, and SNS subscribe. Cool. So let me show you that. So this for this for sake, this is the topic which is red team test vulnerable notification. We'll just go here, and since we have already listed all the active region, we're gonna list all the SNS topic within that active region. So for that we selected the second one. So it's gonna list down all the SNS topic in those active region which we saw in the very first command. So even though there were few regions where the SNS topic was, I mean SNS service was active, but they do not have any topic. So that's why we got no topic in them. And in the EU West one, there we got one topic, and EU East one there are a couple 6 7 topics, and then EU West 2 again we got some topic. Awesome. So So we thought of making it a bit flexible and cool. Awesome. So now we got this. Cool. For the sake of this, we will be looking into this particular topic, which is red team test vulnerable notification. So it is, I think, this one, right? If it is, yep. Cool. So I think let's go back and third. There's one thing I don't like about it. You have to exit it to get to the new one. I wanted it to be just from there you can go to move to next. So we'll probably do that in the next version. Cool. So once I did that, it listed down all the topics which we have seen in previously. So you don't have to write it. Everything is already saved in your one of the file in the repo. So now we will be checking into which one, red team test vulnerable notification. That is the sixth one, right? Awesome. So I go to six, and so it gonna show me all the attributes of that particular topic. Now I can see the policies, right? I can see there is a lambda assigned to it. That means there is a speculation that it might be using a lambda. Now we don't know, but there's a speculation. But if you see these, that effective delivery policy, that means they are trying to do some sort of rate limiting. They don't want to, because lambda is always expensive, right? So you want to do something so that you have certain kind of rate limit. Now if you see here, the policy for this particular topic says that it allow public subscribe, so anyone can subscribe to this if they are in this AWS account. And it's allow with principal star, anyone who is the principal, who is the star means anyone in the AWS account can subscribe to this. What are the action he can do? He can do subscribe, he can receive. Awesome. So now we got to know that there is a permission issue in this particular one. So we're gonna exploit it and we'll see that. So I will go to we'll move to the next, which is the list subscription for SNS topic. So this was the sixth one. So I also want to have a look that who all are subscribed to that particular topic. Now I have two things. One is there are already people who had subscribed to that topic. Second thing, I can make other person subscribe to that topic, but it's a bit tricky. You can send messages to the person who are already subscribed. Think of there is a DL, right? Security dot your organization.com. Now that DL is already subscribed to it, and somebody sends a message that your payroll is not working. Please check in with HR or log in this portal. So that might be an adversary kind of a ad. Okay, so right now we can see there are two things here. One is this email, which is subscribed to this. Another is SQS service, which is basically a pipeline service for by AWS. So let's say we saw that we can subscribe it. So let's go ahead and let's subscribe sixth. Okay, so now you just have to choose one of them, which one you want to do. SNS service allow you to subscribe via email JSON, SMS, SQS, application, Lambda, HTTP, HTTPS. So I will, for the sake of this, I will just go with the email, and I will just write my own email again, trying to subscribe to it. So maybe you find that particular topic is very critical, sensitive, and you as an attacker want to subscribe that to receive the notification. So I did that, and hopefully I have got the email. Okay. Yep. Awesome. I got the email, right? Okay, so once you click on this, that's a confirm submission. So it's always tricky to send to one person, but when it is coming from AWS notification, people will think it's mostly legit. This second thing, let's say you are sending an email to DL. Now in DL, there are a lot of people, right? So there might be some fuck up guy in the dev team who gonna select that and who gonna confirm that, and then whole deal will be compromised, right? Yes, you need to get it confirmed in order to receive a notification. So that need to be done. I will just do that. So this is how it look when you subscribe to something. Awesome. Cool. So once he subscribed, I can send mail to that particular person, that particular email. So I will just go back and I will try to send a message to, the topic was the sixth one, test vulnerable notification. I will enter a message. Uh, hey Paul, your AWS account credits and that, please pay in this link http able.com. Okay, let's see if we get the mail. Okay, I think we got a mail. Oops. Hey Paul, your AWS account credit ended. Please pay in this particular URL. So that's the first attack scenario where you hijack the topic and you do it. Now you might be thinking that, I mean, as I was repeating it again, I will again say that if it is for one user, it is bit difficult. But if you are sending it to a DL, if you are hijacking a DL, then it's gone, because there will be people who will be aware, but there are a lot of people who do not see. So to be honest, so in my organization there was a GRC team. So they made this some payroll page, and then they sent a mail. I didn't saw that. So then I saw that link, I tried to hover it, and by mistake I clicked on it, and I got enrolled to them, that I got fished. But yes, people do that by mistake or by knowing unknowingly. They do that and then they land up into that. So if somebody confirm the deal, it's just a one click, because right, they confirm a deal. Now think about dev dot at the rate your organization, there will be hundreds and hundreds of developer who will be using that deal for just communication, right? So I mean, it could fucked up. Cool. Let's go back here. Yes, yes. So the misconfiguration is this. The principle is a star. Anyone can do that. First, second thing is they have a permission to subscribe, which we have we seen that? Yeah, subscribe and publish. So there is a publish as well. So we can create a topic, we can add person into that, and then we can push the message to them, right? Sorry. Initially, yes. So I showed you when you start this. Okay, let me do that. So when you start this, it's gonna ask you what are the available AWS profile. I've already configured one profile as a SNS, just for this sake, and we are thinking that that particular uh, credential has a permission to see the SNS services. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just don't want to show that. That's why I didn't tell. I know this is DEFCON, but you have to be safe. Okay. Okay. Let me just quickly. I think we might have the list. Okay, we still have the list. So it saves. Good. Yeah. Now, I was hoping after that it would clear, but I think there's some logic issue. It's not clearing. So, but it's okay. But when you scan another one, it gonna rewrite. It won't append. So that's fine. Awesome. Now, okay, we saw this that. Okay. So this is what we saw that you got a meal. So we did the demo. I think we are good. The second scenario is cross service privilege escalation. So this is what we I was talking about initially when your topic is has further extension to the lambda function, and then that can cause an issue. So let's see that as well. It won't take much time. So the attack flow will be there is you have an initial access, there is a service integration to that particular topic, and then because of that you want to do the privilege escalation. So what you can do, I mean, for this demo we have made, you can list secret, you can assume role, you can read s3, you can do a custom command. I think right now we can assume role, list secret, and do custom command. I don't know, we have not created the infra for read s3, but feel free to do that. So we'll just do this. Okay, so let me go back. uh, which one? Okay, I forgot the name. I think it's a trigger. Yeah, red team. This is the topic. Red team trigger, which is the seventh one. Let's go with the seventh and see what what is the permission they have. So in this also it has the same permission. Principal is a star. They have permission for the action of publish and subscribe, so you can do both. In some cases there could be a only subscribe or only publish, so you have to create your attack scenario based on that. But to be very honest, however, I have seen in lot of organization, SNS is the least, I mean, the service which is least taken care. So they always go with the star. They don't want to, I mean, I was in a call with my SRE team, not the current organization, the previous one, and I told them that I need a SNS service. So they said, okay, we'll do that, and they put the SNS star star, and they gave it to me. I said, this is not how you're gonna do that. So they said, no, no, we're just testing, and we'll get it sorted later. But later on, after months or 2 months, I've seen the same. So they never do that. So be careful. Now, awesome. Now we saw that there is a issue, and there is a lambda attached to it. There's an effective policy for the rate limiting that probably might be for the lambda, because lambda is always expensive, so they do that. Now let's go back. Third, let's see what are the people who are subscribed to that particular topic. So this is the seventh one. So I can see there's this my mail which is subscribed, then there is a lambda which has subscribed. Now this ensure that there is a lambda function which is associated to your topic, so something might be pushing it to your topic, which is sending it to your lambda, and then further lambda is triggering based on that, right? So here there's on for that particular lambda. Red team test vulnerable to, sorry, this is on for that particular topic, my bad. But this is the lambda function. Awesome. So red team test privilege processor, so this was the function which is attached to it. We're gonna see how we're gonna exploit this. So this is done. Now I want to see who are the, did I did for list a subscription for us. I run that. Okay, this is the one. So there were two people and SNS. Then hmm. Now what I gonna do that I gonna send a message to that. Now I know there is already a lambda, and I know it's a Python script in the lambda which is basically running on a kernel. So I will just pass on some kernel level commands and let's see whether it executes or not. So 7, enter a message to send. So let me do that. I think okay. So this particular one has an administrator access and can be assumed by lambda. But let's see if I run something wrong. Oh, holy shit! Why it's not my bad? So I can write a subject. I can leave it. So once I do that, I gonna go back to my mail and check. Okay, I got a new notification. I will just see that. Okay, so okay, if you wish to stop receiving this notification. Okay, it is right here. Okay, it's saying that it's an unknown command. That means my command is running the kernel, and the available commands are list secret, get secret value, read s3, enumerate. So this is happening because there is a lambda, and lambda has a function which is executing it. If lambda do not have that function, you cannot do that, obviously. So yep, let's go ahead. Okay, my bad. So let me copy this particular role and going back to seventh. Oh, sorry, not seventh. Seventh gonna subscribe, so it will be send message, right? Seventh, I gonna send this message. So I'm trying to assume this particular role, that is red team cross account role. Now you cannot know this unless until you have done a recon and your credential has access to list down the lambda functions what are the present. So for the case we know that okay, there's this particular lambda function which we want to see whether how it gonna execute, and this is the one being attached there, 6090 role red team cross. So once I do that, let's see my mail. Okay, I cool. I think wait. I think I need to show this first that something got published to this message. Now further this has been passed to the lambda, and because it is passed to the lambda, this is what we got. Right? It run in the backend. Lambda run it, and we got the credentials. So we just did a privilege escalation, right? Now I can do further to this. Let me check that. Uh, I might have written it down here. Okay, okay. Did we talk about this? We talked, right? I forgot, but that's okay. So yeah, this is just an attack flow where it is just. Let me just do this. Okay, defcon. Yes, obviously. Oh, absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if lambda, ideally lambda does, because lambda is the service. Ideally, it's just an ideal condition, right? Yep. So Lambda do those things. Lambda is just like a serverless, right? So they try to execute something. They try to write in the DB. They try to write in the other AWS account. Many times I've seen cloud formation. So they take log from one account and they publish it to the central account. They copy some metadata from all the S3 of that particular account to some central AWS account. So there are, I mean, there are scenarios where Lambda has been used like that. So it's always good to look into it. So sorry, my bad. I was trying to get the one. So okay. Okay, I assumed the role and I got that. Let me try to list the secret. Let's see I can do that or not. So let's go back. Go on 5th, 7th, and let's see. Okay, okay, awesome. So I can. So basically, let's first see this. There's a AWS notification which said that this particular message has been published to the topic, and because of that, then certain thing happened, and we got another. So basically, this is not you wanna get the direct. What we have done here is we have created another topic which was taking a copy from the log and then sending it to the user. So think it of like somebody is pushing something to that, and SRE team or your DevOps team want to know what has been pushed or what is the result. So they created another topic. There might be scenario where the same topic has the functionality, but for this we have just created two different topics so that we didn't get confused. So I've subscribed to that particular topic in order to get this value. Now the whole point is it's executing the command which I'm sending it, right? So it I send it list secret, it's listing down the secret. So what we have done, it's in this particular value right here. So let me put it here as well. So you can see, why not, my bad. I don't know why this doesn't work. So you can see when I listed the secret in the demo, it didn't work, but I did it and did the POC. So you can see when we listed the secret, it lists down the access key and the session and the token. So I got that. I can do whatever now I can do, right? So this was the second one. Cool. Yep. So these were the two scenario we had made, but there are other scenario as well right here in this particular repo. So we have created 5 scenarios. First one was SNS topic hijacking, what we saw. Second was cross service privilege escalation. Second was SES identity spoofing. I wanted to show you guys that, but SES, I last night I did that, and you have to basically it give you TXT file which you have to validate with your domain controller, and it gonna take 72 hours. That's why it didn't happen. But if it would have done that, that means, for example, let's say, sorry, what's your name? Nikki, right? Awesome. So Nikki, if I have uh, you might be have a nikki.com, right? And with the SES, what I did, I send you a mail and you got it confirmed, and your now email is a part of SES service. Now I can send emails on behalf of you. So let's say you have a domain support at the rate nikki.com, right? So now since you are already verified and I have the access, I can go and write a mail to maybe me or Arnav or anyone, maybe Jack, saying that Nikki is sending you a fight contest. Okay, it could be anything, but yes, that's how it. So now your email is since verified, it will be used as an identity. So basically you're doing identity spoofing at this particular one. Third one is we have already done that. So in third one only we saw that how you're gonna exfiltrate the data, I mean the credential and all. So this third one got it covered, the fifth one. And then there is a another one, this is SNS SES lateral movement. So it's like a mesh, we didn't try to do it, sorry, I mean we made it with the last time, so couldn't do that. But I think this would be fun to do. So look into it, have see how you think. If you have any suggestion you want to tell us, I mean want, I mean we can work on this tool, we can make it further. So we just made it for our exploitation we were trying to do, and it was very hard going and taking out the AWS APIs, getting it, no copy pasting it, then doing that. We thought it's easy, just run a tool like Metasploit, use a few of the option and exploit it. So this is what it's all about. Awesome. So there were few uh, contributors who help in the ideation: Prashant, Gaurav, Sarup, Chanchal. Prashant, if you are somewhere in the Bay Area, he's a chapter lead for the Bay Area, OS chapter lead for the Bay Area. Just go say hi. He's a cool guy. He's my manager at Poshmark. Sorry, he was. I moved to LA for my masters. So I was working for past 5 years. Now I just last week moved to LA for my masters. And if you are India, we have a free conference known as Seasides that we do it for free. It's a community based for the student, for the new folks, free training, everything. So feel free to come there. And if you want to be a speaker there, we would love to cater you guys. We always try to find out such good folks like you. So if you guys are there, feel free to come. And this is the repo link. You might want to take a photo for that, or maybe if you know, you can look into it. Awesome. I think then that's done. Any question, guys? No. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not a pretty great tool, but it does the work. It does the work. The whole point, if you see any AWS tool, how it works, it basically use AWS SDK to do the things. AWS has their own service, you cannot do anything about it, right? With the tool are just like an automation. You're gonna rather than sending single request, you do multiple requests at a time, and just you get the data, gather it. We have presented another tool, Cloud Lens, in the Black Hat, which basically collect all the data from the different. So we have did it for the 10 services, and we collect all the data from that, and we show it in a dashboard, and then we further map it with the compliance, so that people who are looking into the AWS can look and see what are the compliance issue they can get. We have further planned to extend it with the AI and other to context base, but I will just quickly show that as well. Here. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So, okay, this is the flow light which we presented in AppSec village last day. This is basically run over your workflow. It's a static analyzer. We have made a couple of rules for this. Yes. No, I mean, yes. People say rules are not for me, but that's not how the tool works. They works on rules. So there are a few rules. Basically, this particular workflow file, there are a lot of SaaS tools which look into application logic, but they do not look into it. There are tools which look into infrastructure as a code, but everyone ignores, I don't know why, GitHub workflow. And recent, because of recent vulnerability called TJ action, you guys might know. uh, TJ action, no guys? TJ action. Okay, let me Okay, so this was the vulnerability. So basically, there was a review dog tool which is basically used for linting and checking how what is the code change in your repo. So somebody got the access of that token and then they pushed this malicious code right into it. And what this code was doing, basically, they were loading a memdep python file and then running that, and then dumping out the memory I mean credential from the memory, and then again making a base 64 and putting in the log. So think of, you have a public github action, then anyone can see those things. So, and review dog is the tool which was used for, I mean, thousand companies, everyone was using it, and it was a big time news. So there are two ways to do that. I mean, you want to write in your workflow, either you put it tag it as a version, or you can put it as a hash commit. So it's always advisable to go with hash commit, because when you tag it with the version, anyone can do a new commit, new pr, and then tag it to the previous version. That's what the attack has said. So this guy has pushed this malicious code, and then he had mapped the previous tagged version, and a lot of people were using that tagged version, and they all got that done. So and yeah, so this was a big time news. So that's why we thought of look into it and see. And so this is how tool was. Nothing much. This is rules. So this is how the tool gives. Basically, it's look into the static. This is tells you what is critical, high, medium. So we had made it so that it's flexible, and there are a lot of rules which are general. So let's say you want to put a credential, demo credential. A lot of dev team does. So you don't want that to be come here. You can make your own Python file. Sorry, .yaml file, and put it as a false positive rule, and you are set to go. So that's how currently it just support 12 scenarios. We are further thinking of doing that, and we also have the UI version for that. What is this? Okay, so this is the policy. Basically, you can create your own policy to enhance a particular use case, or you can make a policy for your false positives that you don't want. So for example, here you can see there is a pattern called sk test. So you know that your team use that, you want don't want tool to, I mean, alert you for that. So you just made it as a false positive, it will not alert you. So just flexible, small tool. This was the UI. UI is basically for the managers and all. They love to. I've used the same meme. Sorry for that. I didn't got the time. We'll just quickly look into this. So this is the UI. I will just quickly. Where is that? So it. Sorry, I'm taking just 2 more minutes.
It's okay. You shouldn't be sorry. We are right in the time. Take your
Awesome.
time.
So sample repo. Okay. Command shift. GitHub workflow. So let's see this. Okay. Awesome. When you do that, it just load, it does the static analysis of that same thing the CLI version do, but we wanted to do it for the UI. We'll tell you why I said this is not for the tech people. I mean, they're for the tech people, but not for us, the security engineer. So it does the same. It just tell you the code, the context. Okay, this is the one, this is the issue. You have used this is the issue, there is a reference. You can filter it by security best practices, you can filter it by severity. The zero means the very less score, the very bad the code is. Higher the score, the better the code is. I mean, you can change it. We're gonna publish this code as well, the front end. It's everything is happening on the DOM. Nothing is happening on the back end. So this is why I said this is not for us. This is for the management people. They love to see this shitty graphs. I don't know why, but they do. They don't want to look into CLI. So for the upper management, yeah, to make them happy to get a appraisal more than 8%. This is what. So this is what, and then there's a network view which basically tell you, I mean, the same thing but in the this manner. and then further we are trying to integrate it with the AI, so that AI and LLM, so that we can get a context, and context wise, let's say there's a one workflow, in that another workflow is getting triggered, then how do we know? This is the basic issue with a lot of SaaS tool, and a lot of AI based SaaS tool is doing that same thing. I mean, reducing that effort, getting the context, and then telling it. So yeah. So sorry, I was showing you the another one, right? uh okay. So this one, yeah, this one, the cloud. We just recently did the demo in the there. I hope we have a picture. Oh, do we? Yes, we have. Awesome. Oh my bad. It's always like this. I don't know. So this was a tool. Basically, it's collect the data. It's mostly, it's not a pen testing tool. It's an inventory management tool. It's gonna collect the data from all your listed services. So then you can go into and look by reason wise, what are the those services present in that particular region. This is how it's gonna look. EBS, security groups, and all that. There are 52 EC2 machines which are running 49 on IMDS V1. Why this we thought of doing that? Because there are, I mean, AWS is just shit, man. I don't know why. You have to go in every service, look into it, write it down, come back, go to another service, and take the on, copy that on, go back, then do that, and CLI. So just to help down community. That's it. So, yep. And then I think this is instance wise. You can go and see what other test has it run, what other thing. This is also not. I mean, this all are in the ideation phase. We are still building on it for the community, but currently I mean, these are services which we allow, and then we thought of why not to extend it and map it with the compliance. So we did that. So for example, EBS. So in the EBS, we are checking whether how many EBS volumes are encrypted or not encrypted, and then we are showing that as a risk. So like that, we're gonna add other more policies into that. But feel free to check this out, and if you have any recommendation, do that, give that, please. Would love to do that. And this is how the dashboard look like, again, for the management people, for the appraisal, for us have to do that. This is the two. Awesome. So I think, and also we are trying to I mean, extend it for the multiple different platform. Currently it's only for AWS. We'll do it for the Azure and Google GCP. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Okay, again, seasides, thank you. No memes there, my bad. Cool. Yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm really sorry.